Have you ever wondered why some men seem to have an energy and confidence that others have lost along the way? Why do some manage to keep that flame burning in their relationships, while others feel like they've lost an essential part of themselves? Today, I'm going to share with you a discovery that could completely change your perspective on male performance and quality of life. Look, I know it's hard to talk about this. I know there's a silent pain that many men carry, that feeling that their bodies don't respond like they used to, that their confidence has gone along with their performance. It's a pain that isn't easily shared, that stays buried deep inside, corroding self-esteem day after day. But first of all, if this video is making sense to you, leave a like below and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to share information that can literally transform your life, and you won't want to miss the upcoming content on men's health and vitality recovery. I'll start by telling you about a vitamin that has surprised researchers around the world. I'm talking about a vitamin that isn't actually a vitamin, but a powerful tuber that grows high in the mountains. The Andean people call it maca, and for over 3,000 years it has been used to restore male energy and libido in a completely natural way. Studies indicate that Peruvian maca has the unique ability to balance the male hormonal system, especially when it comes to testosterone production. Research suggests that men who consume maca regularly report significant improvements in energy, sexual desire, and erection quality. This is because maca acts directly on the glands responsible for hormone production, stimulating the body to naturally produce what it needs to function at its full potential. But here's where it gets interesting. Maca doesn't work alone. When you combine it with other specific ingredients, you create a powerful synergy that can restore not only sexual performance, but all male confidence. Did you know that the main cause of erectile dysfunction in men under 50 is not physical, but psychological? That's right, it's performance anxiety, that fear of failure that creates a terrible vicious cycle. You become anxious. Anxiety interferes with performance. Poor performance generates more anxiety, and so on, until a point is reached where the man simply avoids any intimate situation. Imagine the impact this has on a relationship. The frustration, the fights that start over something silly, but are really about this unresolved issue. The feeling of inadequacy, that you are no longer the man you used to be. The gradual loss of self-esteem that spreads to other areas of life. That's when many men end up resorting to heavy chemical solutions, medications that can have serious side effects and create psychological dependence. I'm not saying that these solutions don't have their place, but what I've found is that there is a natural, safer path that can be just as effective for most men. It was in this search for natural alternatives that I came across Alpha Vita, a supplement that combines exactly those ingredients that science has shown to be most effective for naturally supporting testosterone and male performance. And look, I'm not talking about miracle promises or instant results. I'm talking about a smart approach based on ingredients that have solid scientific evidence behind them. Alpha Vita combines Peruvian maca, which I just mentioned, with saw palmetto, an extract that research indicates is essential for prostate health and male hormonal balance. Saw palmetto works by inhibiting the conversion of testosterone to dihydrotestosterone, which is one of the main causes of decreased libido in older men. But the formula goes further. It also includes fenugreek, which studies suggest has the ability to naturally increase free testosterone levels in the body. Fenugreek has been used for centuries in traditional medicine to increase male virility, and today science confirms what our ancestors already knew. There is also Tribulus terrestris, another ingredient that has been extensively studied for its ability to improve male sexual function. Research indicates that Tribulus can significantly increase testosterone levels in men with hormonal deficiencies, as well as improve the quality of erections. And then there's forskolin, extracted from the Coleus forscoli plant, which studies show has the ability to stimulate the natural production of male hormones. Forskolin acts directly on the cells responsible for testosterone production, signaling to the body that it's time to increase hormone production. What impresses me most about the Alpha Vita formula is the inclusion of alpha-lipoic acid, a powerful antioxidant that not only protects cells from damage caused by free radicals, but also improves insulin sensitivity. This is crucial because insulin resistance is directly linked to decreased testosterone production. There is also silymarin, extracted from milk thistle, which is essential for liver health. Why does this matter? Because much of hormone metabolism takes place in the liver. If your liver is not functioning properly, your hormone production is compromised. And finally, there is black pepper, which contains piperine, a compound that dramatically increases the absorption of all other ingredients. There's no point in taking the best ingredients in the world if your body can't absorb them properly. Now, you may be wondering why you should choose a natural supplement like Alpha Vita instead of going straight to pharmacological solutions. The answer is simple: sustainability and safety. Chemical medications may work in the short term, but they often come with side effects that can be serious. Headaches, heart problems, and psychological dependence are just some of the risks involved. With natural ingredients like those in Alpha Vita, you are working with your body, not against it. You are providing your body with the tools it needs to function naturally at its full potential. It's like the difference between pushing a broken car uphill or simply putting gas in the tank so it can drive on its own. And another important advantage, you don't have to plan your intimate life around a pill. With Alpha Vita, you take 2 capsules a day, preferably in the morning, and gradually build a solid foundation of hormonal health. It's not about one-time performance. It's about restoring your male vitality in a consistent and sustainable way. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, but I'm over 50. Will it still work for me? Look, age is just a number when it comes to male vitality. Of course, our bodies change over time, but that doesn't mean we have to passively accept decreased performance and energy. Others may be concerned about dependency. Will I need to take this forever? The beauty of natural ingredients is that they work by educating your body to function better. Over time, many men find that they can reduce the dosage, or even take breaks from using it, because their bodies have learned to produce hormones more efficiently. What about side effects? With natural ingredients, side effects are minimal and rare. The most you might experience is mild stomach discomfort if you take the capsules on an empty stomach, but this is easily resolved by taking them with a meal. But let's talk about what really matters: the results. What will your life be like when your sexual confidence is restored? Imagine waking up in the morning feeling virile, confident, knowing that your body is ready for whatever challenges the day brings. Imagine looking in the mirror and liking the man staring back at you. Imagine the transformation in your relationship when intimacy becomes natural and pleasurable again, without anxiety, fear, or frustration. When you and your partner reconnect in that special way that you may have lost along the way. The difference is not just in sexual performance, it's in the overall quality of the relationship, in the complicity, in mutual satisfaction. And imagine how this will reflect on other areas of your life. Sexual confidence has an impressive domino effect. When you feel virile and confident in your intimacy, that confidence spreads to your work, your social relationships, and the way you position yourself in the world. Studies show that men with satisfying sex lives perform better at work, are more proactive, more creative, and more resilient to stress. This is because sexual satisfaction releases a cascade of hormones and neurotransmitters that positively affect the entire functioning of the body. Alpha Vita isn't just about sexual performance, it's about regaining your complete masculine identity. It's about feeling back in control of your life, your energy, your vitality. And look, I know there's a natural skepticism when it comes to supplements. You've seen so much misleading advertising, so many promises that weren't kept, that it's normal to be wary. But the difference with Alpha Vita is the total transparency of the ingredients and the solid scientific basis behind each component of the formula. Peruvian maca, for example, has over 180 studies published in renowned scientific journals. Saw palmetto has over 400 studies. Fenugreek has over 300. We're talking about ingredients with robust scientific evidence, not fads or empty promises. Now, I'm going to be honest with you about expectations. Alpha Vita is not a magic pill that will solve everything overnight. It is a supplement that works gradually, building a solid foundation of hormonal health over weeks and months. Some men report improvements within the first few weeks, especially in energy and overall mood. Others need a little more time to see significant changes in sexual performance. The important thing to understand is that we're talking about real, lasting change, not a temporary effect. You're investing in your long-term health, creating the conditions for your body to function at its best for many years to come. And speaking of investment, I know some of you may be concerned about the cost. But think about it. How much would you spend on doctors' visits, tests, medications, and therapies to try to resolve this issue? How much is it worth to you to regain your confidence, your self-esteem, and the quality of your relationship? Alpha Vita costs a fraction of what you would spend on conventional approaches and offers a more natural and sustainable solution. When you consider that each bottle contains 60 capsules, enough for a whole month's use, the daily cost is less than a cup of coffee. It's a minimal investment for results that can completely transform your quality of life. The purchase process is simple and completely discreet. You don't have to go through the embarrassment of explaining your situation to anyone. Everything is done online, with complete discretion and security. The product arrives in plain packaging, completely preserving your privacy. And here's an important tip: consistency is key. Like any natural supplement, Alpha Vita works best when used regularly. It's not about taking a capsule when you want to perform. It's about taking 2 capsules every day, creating a routine that will gradually restore your male vitality. The best time to take it is in the morning, preferably with breakfast. This ensures optimal absorption and avoids any chance of stomach discomfort. Alpha Vita may have benefits that go beyond sexual performance. Many users report improvements in concentration, motivation, energy for work, and overall mood. This is because testosterone affects not only sexual function, but overall male well-being. Optimal testosterone levels are associated with better mood, greater motivation, improved concentration, more physical energy, and better body composition. It's like getting a better version of yourself back. This is particularly important for men over 40, when testosterone levels begin to decline naturally. Supplementing with Alpha Vita can help offset this natural decline, keeping you feeling young and vigorous for much longer. And don't think this is just about vanity. Good hormonal health is a matter of quality of life and longevity. Men with adequate testosterone levels have a lower risk of depression, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and osteoporosis. Alpha Vita is produced with high-quality ingredients, standardized extracts that ensure adequate concentrations of the active ingredients. Manufacturing follows strict quality standards and good manufacturing practices. Each batch is tested to ensure purity, potency, and absence of contaminants. How long should you use Alpha Vita? That is a personal decision. Many men begin to notice improvements in the first few weeks and decide to continue using it because they like the benefits. Others prefer to use it for a few months, take a break, and resume as needed. The important thing is to have realistic expectations. Alpha Vita is an excellent supplement with scientifically proven ingredients, but it is not a magic potion. Results vary from person to person, depending on factors such as age, lifestyle, and severity of the problem. Alpha Vita works best when combined with a healthy lifestyle, regular exercise, a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and stress management. If you are willing to make these changes and use Alpha Vita consistently, the results can be truly transformative. Imagine waking up every day feeling energetic and motivated, ready to take on any challenge. Imagine having that unshakable confidence that allows you to assert yourself in any situation. Imagine having a satisfying, intimate life that further strengthens your relationship. This is not fantasy. It is a reality that is possible for you. Alpha Vita may be the key that unlocks the door to this transformation, but the decision to take that step is yours. And here's an important thought. How much is it worth to you to regain your sexual confidence? How much is it worth to restore harmony in your relationship? How much is it worth to feel young and vigorous again? When you put these questions into perspective, the investment in Alpha Vita becomes insignificant compared to the benefits it can provide. Alpha Vita represents an opportunity to break the cycle of decline and start a cycle of recovery and growth. It is an investment in yourself, your happiness, your quality of life, and your future. And it's not just about the present. It's about how you want to feel 5, 10, 20 years from now. Men who proactively take care of their hormonal health maintain vitality and energy for much longer. If you've had disappointing experiences with other products, don't let that stop you from trying a solution that can really work. Alpha Vita is different because of the quality of its ingredients, its scientifically based formulation, and the proper dosage of each component. If you use Alpha Vita consistently for at least 60 days, following the instructions for use, and combine it with a minimally healthy lifestyle, you will see improvements in your energy, mood, and confidence. It may not be a dramatic overnight transformation, but it will be a real and noticeable improvement. Alpha Vita can be the catalyst for a broader transformation in your life. Not just in your sexual performance, but in your overall health, your self-esteem, your motivation, your relationships. You deserve to feel good about yourself. You deserve confidence, energy, vitality. You deserve fulfilling relationships and a fulfilling sex life. Don't settle for less just because you're getting older or because you've had some frustrating experiences. Age can bring wisdom and experience, but it doesn't have to bring a decline in vitality. With the right tools, like Alpha Vita, you can maintain your masculine energy for many years to come. If this video resonated with you, if you identified with the situations I described, if you want to regain your masculine vitality and sexual confidence, then Alpha Vita may be exactly what you've been looking for. Leave a like below if you found the content useful. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos on men's health, and comment below telling us a little about your situation. And if you want to know all the details of the formula and place your order, the link is in the pinned comment below. Click there, learn about the product, and take the first step towards regaining your male vitality. Remember that every day you put off this decision is another day living with less energy, less confidence, and less satisfaction. Alpha Vita can be the beginning of a new phase in your life, a phase of greater vitality, confidence, and satisfaction. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, you are not alone on this journey. Thousands of men have already regained their vitality. You can too. Take care, and see you in the next video.